The Royal Ballet is not just a company, it is one of the pillars of classical dance. Founded in London, it has built a legacy that blends tradition, refinement, and innovation. From the poetic works of Ashton to the psychological depth of Macmillan, the Royal Ballet has shaped not only its own identity, but the evolution of ballet itself. Across generations, it has produced extraordinary artists, dancers who didn't just perform, but defined eras, reimagined roles, and influenced the way we understand movement, musicality, and storytelling on stage. In this video, we explore the top 10 greatest dancers of the Royal Ballet, a journey through history, artistry, and legacy. If you enjoy deep dives into dance and its greatest artists, consider subscribing and supporting the channel with a like. It really helps bring these stories to more people. Let's dive in. We begin with one of the most electrifying technicians of today, Stephen McRae. An Australian-born principal of the Royal Ballet, McRae is known for his extraordinary speed, precision, and especially his battery, among the fastest in the world. What makes McRae stand out is his ability to combine brilliance with clarity, never losing form, even at extreme tempos. He represents the technical peak of the modern Royal Ballet and earns his place on this list as a symbol of today's standard. At number 9, Vadim Muntagirov, a principal dancer celebrated for his purity of line and classical refinement. His interpretations of princely roles, from Swan Lake to The Sleeping Beauty, reflect a return to elegance, clarity, and understated control. In an era often drawn to extremes, he reminds us of the power of simplicity and tradition. At number 8, Leanne Benjamin. She was particularly renowned for her interpretations of Kenneth Macmillan's works, bringing emotional depth and maturity to roles such as Manon. Her artistry was never about excess, but about nuance, musicality, and honesty. Benjamin's longevity and consistency make her a cornerstone figure in the company's modern history. At number 7, Tamara Rojo. A powerful dramatic presence, Rojo became one of the defining interpreters of Macmillan heroines. Her performances were marked by emotional intensity, strong technique, and a fearless commitment to character. Beyond her dancing career, she later became a major artistic director, influencing the future of ballet beyond the stage. Rojo represents the Royal Ballet's capacity for storytelling at its most human and raw. At number 6, Natalia Osipova. Known for her explosive energy and fearless individuality, Osipova brought a new intensity to the Royal Ballet. Originally trained in the Russian tradition, she expanded her repertoire to include both classical and contemporary works, pushing artistic boundaries. Her jumps, speed, and emotional spontaneity make her one of the most captivating performers of our time. Osipova's presence reflects the company's openness to evolution and artistic risk. At number 5, Carlos Acosta. From Cuba to the world stage, Acosta became one of the most charismatic and influential male dancers of his generation. At the Royal Ballet, he redefined male presence, combining athletic power with warmth and humanity. His performances in roles like Spartacus and Romeo showcased both strength and vulnerability. Acosta's global impact and ability to connect with audiences place him firmly among the greats. At number 4, Anthony Dowell. The embodiment of the classical prince, Dowell defined elegance and refinement within the Royal Ballet. A key interpreter of both Ashton and Macmillan, his dancing was marked by purity, control, and quiet intensity. Following his performing career, he became artistic director, shaping the company for over a decade. Dowell represents the essence of the Royal Ballet's classical identity. At number 3, Darcey Bussell. A true star of the late 20th century, Bussell rose rapidly to become one of the most recognizable figures in British ballet. Her dancing combined speed, musical precision, and striking stage presence. She excelled in both classical and contemporary repertoire and became a cultural icon beyond the ballet world. Bussell's brilliance and visibility helped bring the Royal Ballet to a wider audience. At number 2, Margot Fonteyn, the name most synonymous with the Royal Ballet. Fonteyn's career defined an era, and her partnership with Nureyev became one of the most legendary in dance history. Her artistry was marked by musicality, grace, and an unparalleled sense of line and phrasing. She was not only a great ballerina, she was the symbol of the company on the world stage. And at number 1, Alicia Markova. To understand the Royal Ballet, one must begin with Markova. A founding figure of British ballet, she was among the first English dancers to achieve international recognition at the highest level. She helped establish the very foundations upon which the Royal Ballet was built, artistically, culturally, and historically. Her dancing was known for its lightness, musicality, and purity of style. Markova is not just part of the story, she is the beginning of it. The legacy of the Royal Ballet is not defined by a single dancer, but by generations of artists who shaped its identity over time. From its earliest foundations to the present day, it remains a company where tradition and evolution exist side by side, carried forward by those who step onto its stage. But of course, any list like this is always open to debate. Who would be your number 1? If you'd like to continue exploring the great figures of ballet history, I recommend watching our video on the greatest French ballet dancers, where a very different tradition shaped the art form in its own way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.